right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the final round of National Virtual Client Counseling Competition 2026. So, for this round, we have Mr. Devinder Punia, Counsel, Intellectual Property, Vadva Law Firm, Gurgaon. And we have Mr. Sanjeeva Hoja, Founder Director and Commercial Mediator, Missing Bridge, New Delhi. We can begin with the round. I would like to give few instructions to the participants that this round will comprise of total 40 minutes. 30 minutes will be your counseling session and 10 minutes will be given to you as post-counseling session. All right. Please do not disclose your identity. Always associate yourself with your client codes and your team codes. All right. So we shall begin. Over to you.
Just one clarification. Who is the client? Who is playing as the client?
I am the client. Am I audible?
Yes, it is. Okay, so shall we start?
Okay,
Yes.
a very small query. I am told 30 minutes for your counseling session and 10 minutes post. So what exactly
Yes, sir.
will be done in the balance 10 minutes, ma'am, in case you can just help us? What are they supposed to do in the balance 10 minutes after 30 minutes of counseling? They interact in
So,
between themselves or
yes,
how
so
it works?
the post-counseling session would basically include how the two counsels would interact and how will they discuss about the case and the way forward about the case. That would be after the client has left the meeting.
Okay, so we'll be observing you. I mean, your
Yes, sir.
personal interaction for those 10 minutes. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Sure. So
So
please go
can we
ahead.
start?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. A very good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. First of all, kindly let us know how can we address you?
So my name is Amandeep Singh. You can call me Aman.
Aman. Aman. Great. So how are you doing, Aman?
Yes, I'm doing good.
Great. So before we begin today's session, I would first like to introduce ourselves. So I am C1 and my colleague is C2 and we both will be engaged in this session to understand the facts of this case so that an equally informed counsel is always available to you in case the other one is absent. In case you have any query or question, you may raise the same during the meeting and we would be happy to assist you.
Okay. So
So
shall I
before
begin
we
with my
begin,
problem? Okay.
just a
Yeah.
second. Before we go into the legal details of the case, I wanted to clarify that if this is your first time seeking legal assistance and legal help of any kind,
Yes, this is my first time visiting a law firm.
okay. So in that case, I would like to walk you through the standard procedure and protocol that we follow for all of our clients. So just to get you read with all the procedures, first is confidentiality. Our relationship is one that is built on attorney-client privilege. So everything that you share with us, all documentations, photographs, screenshots, etc., they remain confidential and their access is limited to just us, except with your written consent and your explicit consent. In that case, we would allow any third parties to access these documents. Secondly, this initial consultation remains free of cost, as you know, and if in case you decide to proceed further pursuing this case and availing our services, our assistant will get in touch with you and will share you the appropriate fee structure that applies. Additionally, in case of any financial constraints that are upon you, we also take up pro bono cases as our firm allows for eligible candidates. So you can look into that as well. Another thing is that if during the proceedings of this session we find that there are any conflicting interests, so say there are any parties involved that we as a firm already represent, we will have to recuse ourselves from the case and we will help you find alternative counsels. Additionally, if you see us taking any notes during this session, feel free to ask about anything. Otherwise, they're just for our reference and they will remain confidential as well. So this is basically the procedure and protocol that we follow. So now please go on and tell us about what brings you here today and explain the situation in as much detail as possible, since sometimes seemingly irrelevant facts can also have very severe implications for the cases.
Okay. So my name is Amandeep, as I already stated. I was associated with a company called as Quick Dash. I'm a delivery partner over there. So this company is basically a provides food delivery services. You might have heard names such as Swiggy, Zomato. So it is a similar company. I'm one of the delivery partner over there. I have been associated with this company for the past 3 to 4 years and have been very consistent and have been performing very well in the company. You can also check my past records. I have been ranked as 4.5 stars out of 5. So this basically shows that yes, I was performing well. Now the problem which took me to come here is that in the month of January 2026, before the when during the December, the company was planning for introduction of an AI system just for the purpose of assessment and giving ranks to the delivery partners. Okay, so in the beginning of January 2026, this whole AI system was brought into existence and it started functioning. So what it did was, it basically assigns the deliveries to the partners and then ranks them within the time frame, like how much time you deliver the product, was the quality of food on time. Basically, the delivery partner is judged by this AI system. So after this AI system was launched, what happened was that my ratings frequently went down. It fell down to up to 3. Like in the beginning, it was 4.5. When this AI got launched and it got integrated into the system, my rankings fell to 3. Also, I faced various problems such as I was assigned the orders which were far away from the actual restaurant, which didn't happen when there was no AI system. Another fault that I faced was that I was told to deliver the products in very riskier zones at very wrong time, at very risky timings, such as at night 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I received the deliveries at the restaurants which are actually very far away from my place. Furthermore, I am also a student. I am not graduate or I'm not a person who is doing any other job. My sole reliance is upon this company and this business. So, what problem did I face was one day I received a mail from the company stating that my rankings are very low and so I'm removed from the company. No chance of here. They didn't heard my side. They didn't give me an opportunity to speak. So this is the problem which I faced, and this is which brings me here.
Okay, Aman. So I think we have had a good grasp of your problem. But to make sure that we all are on the same page, I would just summarize the facts that we have understood. And just in case if we have misinterpreted something or we miss any important information, you can tell us. So basically, you were a delivery partner at QuickDash, and you were there for almost 3 to 4 years, and you have been performing consistently, but due to the new AI order allotment AI, your orders were more risky. They were more difficult during more difficult timings, and owing to which your ratings fell down, and you received a mail from the company for low ratings, and you were not given any notice. And also, you also said that you are a student. Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
So okay. Now, just to make sure that we give you sound advice, I would first like to clarify some questions, some queries. If you are aware of them, you can answer us. If you are not, you can uh, you can uh, you can refuse to answer, or you may provide us the document or whatever the medium of communication you have in later meetings. So first of
Okay.
all, I would first like to know about your nature of employment. Like, when did you join QuickDash, and did you sign any formal agreement? Was there any employment contract between you and the company?
So, like I already said, I am a student. Basically, I am a 8th pass student. I'm not even graduate. Okay. My family condition is not good, and so I'm working here. I don't know anything about such employment contracts, but the company sent a letter via some email, which they said I should sign and send the photo of the same via mail. So I did it, and I've been associated with the company for the past 3 years. So it was from 2023 April till today's date, Jan 2026.
Okay, so as you said, okay, so no worries. So do you still have the copy of the agreement or the mail that you have sent to the company?
I need to check for the same, but I'm sure I'll find it out.
That would be great. It would be really helpful in your case to understand the nature of your employment, the status that you were assigned by the company. Also, a few questions about the nature of work that you were doing. Since you were a delivery partner, were there any instructions on what will be your working hours? What will be the minimum login time in the AI dashboard, and how basically you would work? Was there an instruction on that?
So like this whole company basically works on the thing called confidentiality. When I asked any question, their only answer was, "It is confidential. We can't reveal it to you. It is highly confidential, and so we cannot tell it to you." This was the only answer that I got repetitively when I talked about this problem. And answering about the working hours, so my working hours basically it depends upon the deliveries. If I accept certain order, then I need to deliver them. But the problem is that earlier the delivery, restaurant and the place to which I have to deliver were very close. And now after AI system, the allotment was very far. So this was the problem that I faced.
Okay, yeah. So I can understand that the situation you're going through is very stressful considering your family situation and that you are out of a job so suddenly. And additionally, that the company that you chose to work for was so opaque and they didn't really answer to any of your questions. But since we are on the topic of your allocation of deliveries, I wanted to ask that are these deliveries that are assigned to you based on your consent? I mean, do you have the option to accept them or reject them? And was this the same before the implementation of AI program or did it change after?
So yes, it is like I have the option to either accept or deny the delivery. But as a worker, as I said, I am the sole bread earner of my family, so I need to accept the order. And in one way or the other, I have only one income source, which is this company and the delivery partner who I am. So whether it was close or it was far away, I needed to accept it compulsorily. This was the only problem from my end. The company didn't force me to accept the orders, but yes, I had to.
Yeah, I can understand that financial constraints and such stressful, I mean, pressure has been created upon you that you don't really have an option as such to reject it
Yes,
because you need the money. Yeah, I get
yes.
that, and that can be very stressful indeed. So, additionally, I wanted to ask that is this the first instance of you getting, I mean, sort of a negative performance review, or I mean, have you ever been suspended earlier, or have you been issued warnings or anything of that sort?
No, 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 not so far. If you even check my past history, my ratings, as I already said, already have been above 4. There was no problem if till the time the AI got introduced in our system.
Okay, I can understand that the AI drastically shifted the whole dynamic of this allocation of orders, which consequently built upon your performance getting affected. So, one thing I wanted to confirm is that you mentioned these past records and your 4.5-star ratings. Would you be able to provide us with a copy of all these past records to just to ensure that we have some material proof of that?
So the company's policy is such, they keep the records of this. So if I ask or if I demand from them, there are chances that they may give or they may not give. And I'm not even sure that they might alter such details or rankings.
Okay, so I can understand that the company is not really very friendly towards its employees as such, if you
Yes.
can even call yourselves employees. So this brings me to the question that does your agreement actually call you an employee? I mean, you mentioned other platforms like Swiggy and Zomato, and I believe that they call themselves delivery partners. So are you aware of any such terminologies being employed in your contract?
So both of you are very highly qualified persons. I am an illiterate. I
Yeah.
don't know anything about that. I'm just an employee
Okay.
as far as I know.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. We'll definitely look into the contract ourselves and ascertain the nature of your employment. That's totally fine. So, since you have, and I wanted to ask that since you've never been issued any warnings or notices, was there any actually training programs or supervision that was enforced by Quick Dash upon you?
Like before this AI system, there was no such senior to whom I responded to. It was just the application. Like for the normal person, it was the Quick Dash application. Similarly, for the employees, there is some other application from which we have to just log in and we receive our orders. And once we deliver it, we have to swipe like the order is delivered. Yes, this is how the functioning it is.
Okay, so I understand this is a very serious concern right now. I mean, without no notice, you have been terminated from your employment, and that being your sole source of income, this is a very crucial crucial junction that you have come across. And first we need to understand the purpose and the basically the features of that dash pro that has created all the chaos in your life. So can you tell us that whether the company informed the delivery partners like you guys that they will be employing such AI system for allocating the orders?
No, actually, what happened was that we had an idea that the AI system is going to be deployed upon us in the month of December, and that was also not through any formal or proper communication from the end of the company. It was just some of our friends who are working in the company. They just informed that you are going to face some risk as the company is planning for such AI system. So there are no formal records for the same, and we don't know anything about how that system functions or works.
Okay, so since there have been no formal records, but the company must have some document or a guiding policy on how the AI would work, right? I mean, being delivery partners, you might not have the idea how that AI would work, but the company must have such a policy, right? If you are aware of it.
Actually, we tried to contact the company, like what's the actual reason. We also asked for the same reason, like how the AI function and how are we evaluated, so that we could work accordingly. But what the company replied was that this is totally confidential. We can't reveal it to you. Otherwise, it would go to the outside world.
Fair enough. I think the company is very much concerned about its confidentiality and how its internal working goes on. No worries. I think we'll have to coordinate a lot with the company so that in order to get a lot of documentation that needs due diligence. Apart from it, as you said that following the implementation of Dashboard, the Dash AI, did any other delivery partner also face the same issue, or was it only a selective uh, individuals who were facing the issue of riskier orders and all?
So like delivery partners, we don't have like you both know each other, right? Because you are working together. So for the delivery partner, it is not such. We cannot contact anyone who is there on the platform. But when basically I saw two, three more of our delivery partners, I tried to communicate them physically. So they were very happy with the functioning, but I don't know what happened in my case.
Okay. And so basically you are not in contact with other delivery partners, and how did their performance got impacted through that AI, but in your case it has been negative, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so which means that you are also not aware if any other delivery partner's account has been deactivated following this implementation of AI.
Yes, correct.
Okay, and given that you said that you were given riskier orders, can you tell us what kind of risk was involved in those orders? Like what were the risk?
I never used the word risk. What I said was the orders were very far away from my place of work. So in one way or the other, I face a financial burden for the petrol and other costs.
Okay, so while stating the facts, you mentioned that you were given risky zones and risky timings. So, was it unusual for you? Like, was the quantity of those orders not assigned that much prior to such dashboard AI?
So like the main problem lies with the place of the delivery. Okay. Earlier I was assigned, just for an example, I was assigned the delivery order where the restaurant is located and the place of delivery. The distance between both of them was 2 kilometer or 3 kilometer. Now the difference between the delivery place and the restaurant was more than 10 kilometers. So it automatically increases my burden on petroleum and other costs. This is what the problem that I faced was.
Yeah. One more question, another follow-up question to that is, You said that your ratings dropped almost to 3 stars.
Yes,
So,
yes.
did you raise this issue in front of the authorities? Were you allowed to dispute the ratings that were assigned to you?
So like they have an automation scheme for mail. If I mail them, then there was no other person from the end. What I used to receive was some AI generated mail. So yes, I tried to, but again, it was an AI reply that okay, we'll try, we'll look into it. There was no proper solution for the same.
Okay, I think that we have come to understand what your situation actually is and how this Dash AI Pro has affected you. But since we're on the topic of the ratings being dropped, I wanted to ask that did you actually have customer complaints as well about these? I mean, the delays weren't obviously your fault; they were inevitable since the restaurant and the delivery place is so far away. But did the consumers and the customers complain to you, or were they just reflected in the ratings that you were given?
No, like there were no complaints from the ends of the customer. The only complaint that I have, that is the AI mechanism that basically does our marking and on what criteria it does.
Okay, so I can understand now. So you see, this is a very classic case of a big MNC and a big company just beating around the bush, talking about confidentiality. But let me assure you that what all they say is confidential is not truly confidential in essence. So they'll try to hide behind laws and legislative frameworks to try and protect what they claim is their own inventions and their own secret workings. But I'm sure we can come up with some ways because this Dash AI Pro has definitely affected you very negatively, and it has led to, I mean, loss of livelihood, especially when your conditions are as adverse as this. So I believe that we can argue some stance from here, which is based on procedural fairness. So uh, upon procedural fairness, I wanted to ask that before this deactivation, you mentioned that I believe that you had received an email about the deactivation. Can you tell me more about that?
Could you just elaborate once again?
I wanted to talk about the procedure of your termination, right? So I think you mentioned that the way of your termination or deactivation of your account, that was via an email notice, right? So could you tell us more about that?
Yes. So for the email, like I just received firstly a mail came to me like you are suspended from your job for the reason being you are not working and delivering the food up to the standards. Now, what are those standards have not been classified or mentioned in the mail. This is the problem.
Okay, and this was just one mail, right? There was no
Yes,
prior
it was just a
notice or
mail. No,
warning.
no, no, nothing.
Yeah, so I believe that this fact again adds up to your favor since this is very abrupt and opaque and arbitrary on the company's part that they are able to have such power disparities among their company. So, additionally, I wanted to ask that you mentioned that you tried reaching out to the HR and all other employees just to, I mean, you all you heard was confidentiality and all, but I think you mentioned that you were not given an opportunity to explain yourself or your ratings, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I wasn't.
And there was no option to appeal your deactivation as well.
What is appeal? Like I don't know what is appeal.
Okay, so an appeal is basically that once you have been deactivated, you will try to reach to your authority or say your immediate superior. But in this case, there was no superior, so I think that is
Yes,
something.
exactly. Like yes, that was a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, got that. So that's another problem as well. And since this termination order is already applicable, I don't think there's more questions to this procedural fairness aspect because your rights have been violated. I think we'll move on to something to the impact assessment and how this situation has impacted you.
Yeah, talking
I'm
about the
audible?
impact assessment.
Yes.
Talking about the impact assessment, can you tell us? Yeah, so as you mentioned that this was your only source of income, right?
Yes.
So are you facing any financial issues?
Yes. Currently, I am the only. I was the only breadwinner of my family, as I stated earlier, and I have a widow mother. I have a sister, brother. I have to maintain all of them. Now, as I have no job, so I'm financially very weak. So
Okay,
yes, I
and have
need
you?
some job or something.
Yeah, understandable. And have you tried? to contact other platforms for job opportunities?
No, I haven't tried so far. Firstly, I thought I should try to settle or sort it out with the company by way of legal help. So I'm
Fair, fair, fair. And so just to understand how much savings are you currently having, this would help us to understand the gravity and the immediacy of the situation. Like how much savings do you have that could last for how much time?
like it's very personal. I can't say the exact amount, but what I can say is I can just bear it up to a month more, not more than that.
Yeah, so this is a very immediate issue, and we need to. This reflects that we need to solve this and mediate it as soon as possible. So, also, you have raised some questions about whether about blacklisting. So, can you just elaborate what are your concerns about being blacklisted?
So, blacklisted basically, I'm the only one, as you can see, facing the problem. The other workers are totally fine with the system, and this is the only reason they are not approaching any of the firms or any, they are not taking any legal action because they have not been facing any problems, which I have. I have my own conditions, I have my own family to maintain. Plus, I am a student, I have to pay my college fees, school fees as well. So it has become a very difficult problem for me.
So, I believe that your main priority currently is reinstatement.
Like what I feel is I only want the company to initially take me back as soon as possible. And later on, the problems pertaining to ranking, AI assessment, all that can be solved later on. But I want initially the reassessment in the company.
Okay, so which means that you want a quick resolution rather than a long-term legal fight. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, yes. And plus, I also want my rankings back. Earlier, as I said, I was ranked above 4 stars, so I want that back.
Fair enough. And just in case, if the company is not, if the company is not ready to enter into a mediation or try to settle in a closed environment, are you comfortable going to a court for taking legal action against the company?
For the same, I'd like to request both of you that, as I already stated, I have very minimal funds that too that can only
Yes.
last a month. So I might need some financial help of yours as well for at least this legal case if we proceed with
Uh,
that.
So, as my co-counsel have already stated you that we do provide legal aid based if you qualify the criteria that has been provided by the company, we would provide you the structure of the same after the meeting so that you can apply for the same, and we would be happily taking your case. But before that, we would require some evidences that our firm would do due diligence of, and that list of documents. If you could provide us in the next meeting, that would be great. And if my co-counsel could list down the documents, that would be also helpful for you as well. To just to clarify that what all documents do we need in the next meeting.
Done. I'll try my level best to provide you guys with the documents.
Yeah, whatever you can get, it helps. Otherwise, we'll work out some other ways, definitely. So I just want to
Okay.
reassure you that we'll break down this confidentiality wall that the company is trying to build, and we'll try to get you to justice. So
So
I
I just want
what
to
all?
ask. Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to ask,
Yeah, no.
like, what are the stakes in this case? Like, do I have a strong case, or there are chances of me losing the job and losing the financial thing, as well as losing this company?
Okay, so first of all, I want to say that the case is definitely seems to be in your favor. I mean, I cannot say very much about the case's outcome before reviewing the evidence, but on the looks of it, the company has committed some unfair and arbitrary practices against you. I mean, there is no possible way in the world that they can defend terminating your employment without any reasonable cause and without even giving you an opportunity to represent yourself. So that I wanted to clarify that the case is definitely in your favor, but there are always some external factors that we can't account for at the first instance as well. So we'll try to keep you in the clear and keep you informed as much as we can.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so the list of the things that I wanted, if you want to note down, you can. Otherwise, we'll provide you it with the fee structure as well. So we want the
I'll
deactivation
send you my
email.
mail ID. You just mail me the details of all the documents that you want.
Okay, that's perfect then. So I believe that the primarily course of action that we'll try to take up from here, this would first of all include obviously trying to reach out to the company. So it could be the case that they try to, they try to shut you down with legal jargon such as confidentiality and whatnot. But since we'll be representing you, it is possible that they might give a lending year, and since your case is as strong as it is, and we'll be representing you, they might be open to negotiation or basically just talking about what has actually happened. Further, since the first cause of first action that we are going to take is try to get you your job back, since the financial concerns are of the utmost importance. Secondly, we'll also try to talk to them about the algorithmic and the AI dashboard that they have implemented. So that could very well be disputed, since the company mentioned that there it's confidential. It's confidential. The factors that they are evaluating you on, right? You mentioned that you tried to ask them what evaluation they are doing, and they said it's
Sorry
confidential.
to interrupt once again. So
Yeah.
would there be some involvement of police? Like, do I need to go to the police station or anything like that?
Okay, so yeah, that's a excellent question, but no, let me reassure you once again that this would be a civil matter. So when you go to the police, that's to report crimes and criminals. So in this case,
So
since
this is
it's just
also a sort of crime, nah, right?
so it's a crime, you can say in the emotional sense, but in the legal sense, we can only say crimes that are listed down in our
Okay.
legislations and codes. So that's why we'll take it up as a civil matter across the civil code. Additionally, if we pursue criminal matters, they always take a longer period of litigation, and I mean we can't put you towards that much hassle.
Okay. So just last question. Within what time period will I get relieved of my problem?
So we can't say for sure, but we'll try to do it as much as soon as you can. Since you mentioned you only have about a month before you can
Yes.
survive off the means that you have collected. So we'll try to reach out to the company within this week as soon as we can, and we'll draft them a proper formal letter based off of the evidence that you provide us. And from there on, it also depends on how much the company is willing to talk to us, right? So we can't really impose anything on them, but we'll definitely try to reach out to them with all our abilities.
Okay. Thank you.
So, do you have any other question for us? Otherwise, we can end the meeting here.
No, I have no further questions. I believe
Great.
in you guys.
It would be,
Thank you.
yeah, it would be great if you could come up with the documents so that we can help you better in the case.
Yes, I'll just mail you guys up. Just send me the a list of the documents that you might require.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you very much, Aman.
Yes. Thank you.
So, does the post counseling session starts here? Yeah, I guess. Fair enough. So C2, what do you think is the status of the case? I mean, prima facie, what I believe is the company has taken some harsh measures without any reasonable justification. I mean, without providing any reasonable opportunity of being heard, you are terminating your employee. That is a sheer violation of fundamental rights. So, what is your comment upon it?
Yeah, I think this case is nothing new with the upcoming. I mean, if you've read in lately in this employment contracts and terms, they're excessively being employed AI platforms and algorithms to monitor these performances of these employees. So this does not strictly limit to these platforms and aggregators as such, but it is common to all other industries as well, I would say. But for this case, I believe that yeah, the case does tilt in our favor. We have issues based on procedural unfairness, obviously the termination without any justifications. Additionally, there's administrative unfairness, and I think that there's unfair and unconscionable terms in their employment contract itself. I believe they mentioned that the company claimed to have the ability to terminate their contracts without any sort of reason and asking. And I believe that there's a very easy scope of dispute there, since these are standard form contracts and they can't be such that they impose unfair terms on a weaker party. And in a company as big as Quick Dash versus a small eighth pass student who's trying to earn for his family, the power disparity is obviously very huge. And I believe that the courts are bound to, I mean, they're not bound to, but they'll definitely tilt in our favor. Additionally, the lack of transparency and explainability of these AI Quick Dash, I believe that's a newer subject of concern. He, I mean, the worker himself stated that there's a lot of confidentiality talks between him and the HR. So I believe that this refusal to disclose their AI logic, I mean, they're calling it proprietary rights or confidentiality rights. This has to intersect with the right to explanation principles that I mean, these are emerging. This is some sort of new jurisprudence that is emerging in automated decision making processes. I believe I was reading about the EU platform directive. So since our labor codes have also emerged and tried to identify gig workers, platform workers in the new social security codes, I was reading about what the EU is doing since we are almost always following them. So they have also started to inculcate due process expectations in such algorithms. And when algorithms are managing people, what they are trying to do is they're trying to get a human in the loop. So a human in the loop would have helped him in this case as well as the company, I believe. But I think these are all the primary issues that this wrongful deactivation, algorithmic discrimination, these are all something that we can easily build our case upon and get the company to negotiate some favorable terms. What do you think? How did it go, and what is the direction we take it forward?
I mean, yeah, the client was trying to be as forthcoming as possible, but due to the knowledge constraints, he was not able to, quote the exact terminologies, or he was not able to recall the exact agreement clauses that he had in his employment contract, and that also reflects the status of the delivery workers and delivery partners in our country. I mean, he said that he was asked to send an email uh, of his employment contract, and he didn't even read about it. Neither did the company bother to explain the clauses or the positions or the nature of his employment to him. So this kind of
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt in between. Judges, you can also ask questions if you want to our participants, since we have
Oh,
limited time left.
okay. Devendra, you wanna say, or should I take a couple of minutes?
You can proceed, sir. You can proceed.
Okay, so guys, otherwise it was all good. You were trying to make him comfortable and
so you are not audible.
I don't know why it happened on its own. Okay, audible now. Okay,
Yes.
I'm saying like you've picked up all the possible queries which normally we would when we sit with a client. Uh, the sequence in any case is best left to the situation, so I'm not wanting to comment on there. But in the very initial phase, you said if you want to refuse, you can, right? That's blunt. Okay, I mean, avoid. So they, in case you're not comfortable, maybe we can figure it out later or something. So let's try and not make him defensive, right? Refusal is something specific. Second thing is, there were a couple of things which you kind of repeated which were directly connected to the contract or any legal document what he would have, where he's clearly shown his inability to decipher what exactly he signed, and he's replied to the mail and whatever it's meant. So maybe once or twice if you do it, then you'll have to really withdraw from that and say, okay, let's get hold of the document so that then we can help you understand them better. Maybe in a rush, or with the lack of ability to do a proper due diligence, you might have signed something. But even if you've done that, we'll have to really figure out if it's against a normal process which is followed. That was one. Maybe of course that's an art one has to use. He says a couple of times that nobody else has a problem, the rest of the people are happy, right? And that's the reason nobody is wanting to either support him, side him, or nobody has raised that. Is it possible that he's hiding something? Why is he the chosen one? Right? Because look, as a advocate, what exactly you also have to play a devil's advocate. ये तो बता रहा है, the client is telling you something, narrative already set है mind में. Okay, maybe there is something what he's done which he's not wanted to share with you. Absolutely okay. I mean, you're not saying that, matlab, you're not, taking anything on oath or something. लेकिन you have to be skeptical. तो कहीं ना कहीं in one of your uh, attempts, it should be, why do you think it's happening with you, and are you saying there's a kind of a vendetta? Are you saying that you are the chosen one? आप ही के पीछे क्यों लगे हैं? Something like that. So you're slightly trying to probe, not wanting again to be defensive कि देख हम तो तेरे पे विश्वास नहीं कर रहे. Okay, idea is not to give him that feeling. So you have to be slightly more clear on this thing. Last bit, very quickly, timelines के ऊपर, this is a very normal thing. Somebody will ask कितना time लगेगा and all that. We can't tell you or something like that. We understand we can't. We'll have to see the papers and we'll have to do a lot much stuff. But it's always good. Let's have a quick look at the papers. Let's quickly have an internal discussion. Maybe we'll come back to you, 24 hours or something like that. So anyway, this just because I've been asked, so we are saying, but I'm also told parallelly I got a message that we are supposed to share a bit later. Whatever, I'll repeat for the benefit of everyone, right? Anyway, Devendra, over to you.
Okay. So I would just want to. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I have this question regarding because it's related to an AI dashboard, and we do not India do not have a specific AI law as of now. So how do you think this part that the company is keeping the confidential, company is keeping the algorithm confidential, and the issue of explainability and the issue of bias? How do you think at present under the current laws this will be handled?
Sir, so I think that here we'll have to dive into some of the technicalities and try to differentiate between explainability and, I mean, explainability in the sense that what are they evaluating and how are they evaluating. So, how are they evaluating? That's their own developed algorithms that they have made, and they have the right to assert confidentiality over that. But I believe that once you differentiate this, that how they are evaluating, which is the algorithm, and the other part is what they are evaluating. So what they do is they use proxy indicators. So proxy indicators could be such that if he's making say 10 deliveries in 5 hours, they'll calculate his efficiency based on that. So sometimes what happens is that while developing these proxies, they fail to take into account some of other considerations such as traffics or say distance between the delivery houses. So these are things that I believe they should maintain full transparency about, and they should try to inform their employees that these are the standards that they are being judged against, and that is something that cannot be claimed confidentiality over.
Okay. Sivan, do you have any comments on this?
No, sir. I think C2 has appropriately covered it. I also believe that, I mean, in private entities, especially, they claim that they have confidentiality over each and every process of or their internal management. But that is not true. I mean, we also have to look at the other side as well. Since they are delivery partners, they do not have much knowledge, or they are not aware about the legal jargons and all. And when we include AI and in AI dashboards, I mean, this is a whole topic of debate that our whole country is having, that how can we inculcate AI so as not to prejudice the interest of other parties, especially these delivery workers. They have been prejudiced. And looking over it, one thing that we can do is, which many companies have been doing, is strict human supervision. This is a short term but an effective measure to look at it and to protect the rights of all the parties. However, at the long term, we also have to look at the efficiencies and the kind of disputes that the other parties are having, so as to ensure an efficient solution.
All right. One more quick question.
Lastly, sir. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Can
Devinder,
you?
I'm not sure whether we are actually supposed to be, because Srishti ka message आया अलग से.
Okay.
We may not be allowed to interact more. It has to be done a bit
All right.
later.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I
So
thought we are
yeah,
okay. All
yeah.
right. All right. No
Once
worries.
we
No
like to
worries.
reconvene, then we'll probably give you more suggestions, I guess.
All right.
Okay. Anyway,
All right.
good show,
Thank you so
guys.
much, sir.
Thanks. All the
Yeah.
best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, NCC 01 team participants, you can leave the link and you can consider joining the YouTube link for watching the valedictory and be a part of that. All right. Okay. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, madam, you will have to figure out, because when this we had time and when we were asked to share our suggestions in this, by default we'll get engaged, and then it's very difficult to know
All
when
right,
to
sir.
stop.
I'll take that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe next time for the next team,
Sure.
let's just hear them out 30 plus 10 minutes, and then as
Okay.
and when you find it appropriate, that's the time when he and me will share our
Okay.
views. Okay, sure.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yeah. Okay, I would request NCC 09 team participants to please switch on your cameras. All right. There is. Okay, please wait for 1 minute. Our client is joining. Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
Sorry, guys, I had to take out the banner from behind. It gives a very awkward look. At times, the image keeps floating, and that's more irritating. Okay, so I mean, apologies to the
Sure, sir. No
organizer.
worries. No
Yeah,
worries, sir. All right.
even looking at yourself, looks pretty awkward. I don't know why. So anyway, Devinder, आपका ठीक लग रहा है. But in my case, I could see myself, I don't know, floating around. Why no? I don't know. So
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. All right, participants. NCC 09 team, you can begin with your counseling session. Just to give you an insight, it will be a 30 minutes counseling session, and post counseling, it will be 10 minutes. So, total 40 minutes will be allotted to you. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Please do not disclose your name or identity anywhere except your team code and individual council codes. All right. Okay, you may
Yes.
begin.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Greetings. I'm C1 and this is my colleague C2. We both are advocates in NCC 09. We're really sorry that this had to be a live meeting today due to some unforeseen circumstances. We'll ensure that this online meeting doesn't become a hindrance. So please make sure you're comfortable. And for the first session, both of us are here today so that we can ensure that at times, if any of us are busy, The other one is here to provide, is available, and is ready to give you assistance.
Okay, ma'am, is this your first time approaching a law firm?
Yes.
Okay, great. So before we begin, move further on, we just like to get across that this session is completely confidential. So you would be protected under something called as the attorney-client privilege. Along with that, there's something called as a non-disclosure agreement that will be mailed over to you. So you can always look into that, review it, and then sign it. So how an NDA works is basically it will become legally binding to protect the other person, so as to ensure that their information does not get revealed to the outside world. So this is only enforceable upon the execution by both parties. Okay, further, considering that there is an NDA and there's also an attorney-client privilege that is protecting you, we would really encourage you to be as open with us as possible, because the smallest of points that you would have overlooked could be of major help to us to bring the entire story together, right? So try to be as completely honest with us so that we can help you to the best of our abilities as well. Anything that you say during this meeting will remain here, so please feel safe as well. And one more thing that we would like to remind you of that is that in case there ever arises a conflict of interest between you and any of our previous existing clients, we would have to withdraw ourselves as your legal representatives. However, we would still be recommending you to another equally qualified lawyer so as to continue representing you as well. Today, your session is going to be for a period of 30 minutes. This is a considerably short time, but we would try our best to grasp the problem at hand and give you a basic outline as to how we can proceed further in case you choose to retain with us as well. Yes.
Yeah, so I will talk about the fee structure. With regard to the fee structure, ma'am, the first session is completely free of cost, so you don't have to worry about any such thing. And if you choose to retain us in the future as your attorneys, our administrative team and secretarial team will be dealing with it. And we do take
Sorry,
pro bono cases.
just
Sure.
sorry to interrupt. I've never been to an advocate before, so can you be a bit less technical so that I can understand the terms better?
Sure, ma'am. We'll
Yeah,
try. In case
Yes, we're
if
extremely sorry about that.
In case
yeah.
if any of our terms or anything confuses, please feel free to interrupt us and ask us. We would be more, uh, we would explain it again. Okay, ma'am. So with regard to fee structure, which I was telling, today's session is completely free of cost. And in case if you choose to retain us, like if you want us to take up this case in the future, we would let you know the fee structure and everything. And pro bono is something where we don't charge. We do it out of goodwill. We don't charge. We basically it's free of cost, and we won't charge anything. So those cases also are being taken up by the firm. There's a few procedure which is being followed, which our administrative team will explain you about. Ma'am, do you have any doubts so far with the procedure or anything which is being explained?
No, I'm fine. I'll ask later.
Okay. Um,
Okay, before we begin, we would just like to get across that we might interrupt you in the middle to ensure that both of us are on the same page. We just want to understand your issues as much as possible. So please don't take it in the wrong way. We just want to give you the right solutions in the short time that has been given to us as well. So could you start with a
Okay.
basic outline as to why you're here?
Okay, so my name is Ananya Sharma, and I have been working with Quick Dash as a delivery partner from past 3 years. And my performance has, I have consistently maintained a rating of 4.5, above 4.5, and my performance has been decent from past 3 years. And um the only source of income, this is my only source of income, as I'm the sole earner of my family. As I live with my widowed mother and two younger siblings, so which makes me a sole earner of the family. So as I said, I have maintained my ratings consistently. There has never been such a problem that has occurred now. So what happened is that during the month of January, um, the company introduced a new AI-based system for allocating orders, and uh, basically, this system allocates you orders and gives rating to delivery partners. It basically judges the performance of delivery partners. So what happened is that after the introduction of this AI system, my my consistent ratings that were basically between 4.5 or above 4.5 gradually decreased to 3.9. And what this AI system did is that I began receiving fewer orders, and that too in risky areas with low tips. And as a woman, you can understand that as a woman, it is very I have no objection to completing deliveries, but being repeatedly assigned to orders to such unsafe locations, it became very hard for me as a woman to travel to such places every day, and that too with very low tip. I used to get almost a negligible amount of tip, and some days not even a amount, not even a mere amount that a person should get as a tip. No
Yes.
tips were given to me. So on January 28th, what happened is that I received an automated email stating that my account has been permanently deactivated because I did not comply with the performance standards. Whereas I did every possible thing that I could do. I took every order, even in those unsafe places, unsafe conditions I was told to deliver to. So I did everything I could from my side. I wasn't given any prior notice, not even an opportunity to respond properly to that automated email which they sent me, stating that my account has been permanently deactivated. And when I contacted support for this grievance that I had, I was told that this decision was made by the AI system and the algo. And when I asked for the details that what is their evaluation process or anything, they said that this system algorithm is confidential, and I will not be getting any details of it. And furthermore, uh, so all because of all this happened, this I lost my livelihood, and I I lost my livelihood overnight, and that too without any human review. So this is what happened. And when I contacted them, they said that they cannot do anything because this process is fully evaluated by the AI system. That's all.
Ma'am, can you hear us? Are we audible?
Yeah, yeah, you're
Yes,
audible.
ma'am. So we'll be just want to know that we are on the same page. So we have few things which we want to clarify before we move ahead. So what exactly did the deactivating email on Jan 28th, to be more precise? What did it state? And if so, could you please forward it to us and the sender's address, the reference numbers and everything? It's later.
I will
First
be
question remains. What did the email state?
okay. So I will forward you the copy of that email after this meeting. So
Yes.
basically, what that email was an automated email, not even written by a human or evaluated by a human. It was an automated email, which basically stated that my account has been deactivated because of the reasons that I did not comply with their standards. That because my rating has dropped to 3.9, right? So because of that bad performance according to them, I did not comply to their standards, and hence my account was deactivated.
Okay, so the specific performance standard, were you in violation of any performance standard that was asked, or was it just with respect to the ratings?
No, in fact, I accepted every. So what happens is that as delivery partners, you whenever there is a order, you might know that in other food apps as well, there are delivery partners. They get a notification that there has been that they have received a order, and any delivery partner can accept that. So I used to get only notification of the orders who were either very far away or in unsafe places. So as a woman, it is very hard for me. Even though I had such bad conditions, even though I worked hard and I accepted every order, and I don't know how my ratings dropped to 3.9. I did every possible thing that I could.
Ma'am, talking about your ratings, do you have any screenshots of your rating history or the low tip orders that you've received? Any such
I might
proper evidence as to all of that?
I might have to check for that, but I have had a very good rating in previous years. So I think I will be able to provide you that. I'll look
Okay.
for it. Yeah.
Ma'am, you've registered in the eSham portal, right? You've been
O-
registered.
Okay, yeah. So I registered in that portal. I don't know much about it. I would be happy if you could explain me something about it. And also, I registered there because one of my other co-workers were doing so, and they said that it would be beneficial for me and everything. So I did. I don't know much about it. I don't, and I don't know how it is helpful. If you can let me know how can we use it. I do have an account on it.
Why do you believe that the low ratings were being given, ma'am? Did any of your orders involve like specific issue? Was there any delay in delivery, or was there wrong address being provided, or was there some problem in the behavior in those high risk zone? Ma'am, please don't get us wrong, because we want to ensure that every single bit of information which you have, so that it helps us to help you out, that you are in safe hands and nothing is being I'm really sorry. I'm putting it in a very straightforward way so that you can answer.
Okay, so I told you earlier as well that there was no issues from my side. I performed all of the orders on time and I always delivered right orders. So there was no issue from my side. In fact, I was the one having issues because of the orders that I was getting allocated because of that AI system. I was sent to unsafe places. Even though I was sent there, I did what I could and I delivered everything rightly on time.
Okay, ma'am, considering that you've been put through so much duress with respect to working in this company, did you ever try to contact any of their internal grievance redressal forums that they themselves have?
Yes, I did. I told you earlier as well that when I reached out to the support, they said that this entire evaluation is done by the AI system, and they could not give me the details because of their confidentiality reasons. And
So they'll
when I
basically
asked
left you
if
in a- yes,
yeah,
please
so
come.
when I asked them if they can reevaluate it or they can check it again, they said that no human review will be done again on it.
Okay, ma'am. We understand your frustration and everything. And how have you been supporting yourself and your family members since January 28th? Because documenting this financial losses is very essential for us. Because if you want to claim compensation, that this is a background which we need to understand, ma'am.
So, as I told you that I am the sole earner of my family, it has been very hard for me from past few days because I basically I am right now living on my savings. Um, I have a lot of expenses coming up. I don't know how will I manage it, and that's why I want a solution that is quick. And recently, I have just been living on my savings and a lot of expenses have been coming up. I have to buy my mother's medicine. I have to pay the rent of the house, a lot of stuff. So it has been a bit problematic.
Ma'am, did you ever figure out why you received low ratings?
I asked them the reason for giving me low ratings. They said that it was AI evaluated and they could not give me any further explanation for it because it was all confidential and the decision was final, they said.
Even with respect to the deliveries that you've made, all of the information with regard to the ratings was confidential?
Yes. In fact, I completed all of the deliveries on time. So I
Hmm.
don't get why they give me such low ratings.
So it is not on the basis of your delivery or your behavior in the company in itself. Am I right?
Yes, basically the AI evaluates all of it.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so we would first, do you have any questions as far as now? Is there anything which you want to address this first, apart from the
Mm,
remedies? Do
uh,
you have any
Only
query?
thing I want to ask is, as I told you that I am the sole owner of my family, and it is very it has been very hard for me to adjust with all of this. So I want a solution that is quick. And I have always had this doubt that in litigation, I've heard that it takes years and your image is also very much affected because of it. So I had a question regarding that even if I choose to go forward with the case and go to court, approach the court, will it affect my job in other companies if I apply anywhere else?
So, I'm sorry for interrupting. So we will just could you give us a moment so that we could discuss the possible remedies that we can offer you? Just give us a moment so that we can discuss among ourselves.
Uh, yes,
Yes,
sure,
ma'am.
sure.
Um, okay, ma'am. Oh, sorry, ma'am. Sorry for the time. So the ma'am, first and the foremost thing is we have to send an immediate legal notice to them for reinstatement as you are the sole owner. So in case if you want to recontinue with the company, we have to state reasons why your account was deactivated. So our main concern would be here instead of asking that they have to take your account like they have to take your account back, but more than that, do you want an explanation from them that why is that AI based system, why were you actually punished, or do you directly want reinstatement? Do you want a reason justification from their side?
Yes, I do want a reason, justification, and for now, I want my account at least for temporarily back so that I can start working for now.
Okay, so
And
ma'am,
I had a doubt. I just had a doubt that you mentioned legal notice.
yes.
So how long would it take for them to reply and this entire process to begin and end? Because I don't have much time. I have a lot of expenses coming up.
Yes, ma'am, we do understand your plight. Ma'am, we have a lot. We have a few more options. We would like you to hear them, and once we are done with them, we would answer all your questions regarding the time frame and everything. So my co-counsel would like to
Yes.
continue.
So ideally, the legal notice that we'll be sending is going to be a very quick process. So once we get a basic notice drafted from our side, we'll send it over to you so that you can vet it and you can go through the entire thing, review it, and once you're confirmed with that, we will send it over to them at the earliest. Then they will reply to it. So what essentially that we will be asking in that legal notice, as my co-counsel already said, is with regards to the reinstatement. So for that reinstatement, we were also thinking that we can approach the court and ask for a temporary injunction so as to stop the deactivation that they've done to your account right now. This will just ensure. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. What is an injunction?
All right. So an
Can you
injunction is
please?
basically it just temporarily stops something. So the deactivation that they've done to your account will be temporarily stopped. So you can continue working there itself, right? So
Okay,
if
so
you
I
want
will get my account back.
temporarily, yes.
If the court
Okay.
allows, ma'am.
So it
So
is
if
a
the court,
temporary remedy.
yes, it's a temporary until we finish with the entire legal process that we'll be taking forward with. You will have your account
Okay.
so that you can continue working in their company as well.
Okay.
Moreover, ma'am, you were not really aware about the eSham ID portal. If I'm not really wrong, you had registered it, but you were not really aware. So, with
Yes.
our knowledge on it, we would like to provide you with. So, ma'am, this is a unique ID, but it's just not a formal thing which is supposed to be done. It holds a government. So, if my terms are getting complicated, you can stop me and ask me the meaning for it. So, it is something which is being recognized by the government. So this is a proof that you are doing so and so work. And the government will acknowledge. They will have the database.
Okay.
So simply to put, ma'am, have you understood? Do you want me to explain again? Is there any confusion
Um,
regarding?
what, I mean, how is it of use to me?
Yes, ma'am. That was what I was going to come to, ma'am. So this portal has something where you have to log in, which you might have already
Hmm.
logged in. Because so after logging in, there is something called a grievance redressal, which was going to be our thing. In the grievance redressal, there's something called help session. We thought of putting a formal. Did you raise a formal complaint there?
No, I was not aware of
Okay, ma'am.
any
So
such.
we can file a formal redressal complaint in the grievance portal. Since you have registered, we can also file under the labor department.
Okay. Would it take much time?
Ma'am, essentially the e-shram itself is supposed to speed up the entire process. So if you take it up with the labor department, it's basically just a complaint that you are filing, saying that this is the grievance that I've been through. So this is only if the complaint that we would be raising to the grievance redressal forum does not work. So if that does not work, this is take this to be another resort that we'll be going forward with. And also, ma'am, just a small question. Are you part of any union, that is, say, a gig workers union?
No, I don't know what a gig worker is.
Okay, so basically, you as a worker, you can join a union and to ensure that your rights and your duties are protected as per the constitution, right? So basically, what you will be doing here is when you join them, you get certain advantages from them. So this can be used as an advantage on your case as well. So we can try putting pressure if in case you choose to join a union. We can try putting pressure on the company itself, and we can use the media or anything else to our own advantage to garner more support from the general public as well.
Ma'am, just one more query.
Okay.
Just one more clarification. Ma'am, is anyone else suffering the same plight as you are? Is anyone else? Are you aware about the same? Did you try talking
No,
to?
in fact, no, in fact, when I went to their support, they told me that you are the only one facing this issue. So I don't think anyone else has a problem with it. You only might have performance issues, and that's why the AI deactivated your system.
Ma'am, don't get me wrong. I'm repeating this again. Ma'am, do you think you have violated something or you have gone against what they have said you earlier? Like, is there some personal or professional, some vendetta or something like that? Or do you
I
recall by your knowledge?
No, I have complied with every standard of theirs. I'm not aware of anyone in my company facing the issue, but I have heard of similar issues around this area and other apps as well. So I don't know anyone personally who has faced
Yes,
this
so
issue. Yeah.
from our side, we'll just try to find if there are more people who are going through the same thing as well. Oh, ma'am, you mentioned that you believe that litigation is the first step or the final step that you'll have to take. But we have one option that we can approach before we even consider litigation. Okay, if you are open to it, we can always look further into it. So I'll just give you a basic idea on what it is. So we can work on a settlement basically, where you can either ask for immediate reinstation of your position in the company, or you can ask for a lump sum compensation that you will be getting from the company for all the duress that you were put through. This will
Okay.
also ensure that you have a clean exit from the company, and you would not be blacklisted from any other companies that you choose to join in the future. So these are the options that we can approach, where we'll have to talk about an out of court settlement with the company itself.
Ma'am, and in case if the lump sum compensation, if there's some issue with that, we'll try going for installation-based compensation because you need it at this point to get medicines, as you were mentioning earlier. So we'll try also approaching in installation-based compensation method as well.
I don't want to actually I don't want to fight unnecessarily. I just want fairness and I want my work back. That is all I want. And something which would be I mean any other remedy which could get me my account back more swiftly and fastly.
Yes, I will definitely look into all of that because honestly, as lawyers, we do not want to put our clients through more than what they have already been through. So we
Yes.
will try to get you out of litigation to the best of our abilities. So we'll try how to the best of what we can to ensure that you are reinstated back there. But then until then, we'll keep doing research on what we can possibly do as well.
Ma'am, there's something which we
I just wanted to ask one question.
Yes.
Have you guys handled any such similar cases before as well? Because
Uh,
just to be sure, and since I don't have much of time, I want to be sure if you are the right person for it. Have you guys, no offense to you, but have you guys ever handled any such cases before?
Ma'am, we'll be completely honest with you. This is the first time that we are dealing with a labor issue per se. We do not want to
Okay.
give you false hope as well, but because at the end of the day, our client is our first priority. So we will ensure that we can defend you to the best of our abilities and that you will be able to get the thing that you want at the end.
Ma'am,
So,
but before
just to be clear, what is the guarantee that I will get my account back and I'll actually get it or not? I
okay,
mean,
ma'am,
how?
we as lawyers, we can't give you like guarantee as such. But we would, before confirming anything from our side, we would require few things from your side, ma'am, like the ratings of the
Okay.
screenshot, the emails, the reference IDs, the dashboard notification, and how are you been providing for the finances during that duration? Like savings, did you have a saving account? And if you could disclose the saving account details,
To be
and we
honest, I cannot afford it right now. So, is there any way that I could get uh, some some amount of reduction in the fees and everything? Because
Ma'am, this
I
is
don't
not
know
with
if I
regards to
can
fees.
afford it
I'm
or
really
not.
sorry. We're really sorry. This is not with regards to the fees. We haven't started talking about the fees at all. Uh,
Okay, yeah.
this is just so that we'll have a better understanding on what exactly is happening from your end as well. So this is just again, like she already said, we cannot be giving you a guarantee as to what will exactly be happening. But
Hmm.
we the maximum we can do is we can ask you to trust us enough to ensure that we will be giving you what you want at the end. So if you can do that, then good for us, good for all of us. But
ma'am, we would be requiring a set of details, as I mentioned earlier. We would be emailing you. Once we receive those and once we go through all of them, we would be getting back to you, let's say within, or since we are traveling, I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow would be more suitable. We'll communicate the timings and everything to you prior, ma'am. So once you provide us with all the documents, we'll review it, vet it, and get back to you, ma'am.
uh,
Okay. So,
uh,
just if you can give me an estimate of how long will this entire process take? I mean,
uh,
from the notice to the final decision and everything.
Ma'am, again, that is not something that we can put a particular time limit on. Justice does not work like that, unfortunately. If we give you a time frame right now, then if that does not work, we don't want to give you false hope. So we would ensure we can try to get it done as soon as possible. But again, it depends on how things are cooperating with us as well.
So,
So,
is
ma'am,
there any way by which I will not have to engage in all this court procedure and everything? And is there any way by which my image would also not be affected and I also get my account back?
Ma'am, so there's one. Sorry, ma'am, I'm asking a clarification. Ma'am, so you want reinstatement? Do you want compensation, or are you not willing to want compensation and just reinstatement? Because we
Actually,
need
for
this
now,
clarity.
I just want my account back. And with that, I also want some amount of compensation because of the last few days, because of their negligence. I have been unemployed and I have I have to bear all those expenses since I have to bear all those expenses myself. So I want a compensation for last some days, um, through which I was unemployed.
Okay, ma'am. Um,
Ma'am, like we already stated, the options, we will be sending you an email with everything that we discussed today. Considering the shortage of time, we cannot be working further as well. But an email will be given to you with all the remedies that we spoke to you, including further research that we do after this as well, because we require some time to go through everything and understand the problem further and ensure that we are not giving you things that do not stand in the
future.
future, right? So from your end, we just want certain information like documents, as my co-counsel already mentioned, any screenshots of the ratings, emails that you would have had with the company, or any other notifications, transaction history, anything that is honestly related to you and your work. Please ensure that you
Can
can send
you
it over to course.
Can you send me a list of all those documents that I have to
Yes,
attach
Yes,
ma'am.
so that I
in
can?
the email itself, we'll include all of that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
So I just had one last doubt. As you
Yes.
mentioned, legal notice. Would you be charging much for a legal notice, or is it lesser than litigation, appeals, and
Ma'am, a
everything? Is
second,
it
ma'am.
how much would it cost, estimately?
Ma'am, so all those estimate can be only done once you provide us the emails, the financial records, and everything. Only post that we would be able to discuss and get back to you, ma'am. So we would
Okay.
send you an email, as my co-counsel already stated, and it would include all those. And once you send us back, we will get back to you as soon as possible, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Please ensure you're in best hands, so please feel safe. In case after this session, if you remember any small detail, you can feel free to contact us or our secretarial team and inform about the same. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Guys, you can begin with your post counseling session.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much, ma'am. So, do you think there's a time of your CPS? I know that the client was hiding a lot of information, withholding. Just didn't feel very truthful.
Okay, from what we have heard so far, I believe we can just look at what she has told us, right? So, from my eyes, it just seemed like the deactivation of information is arbitrary. That is something that is for sure has to be taken into consideration. And also, this is a massive violation of international justice as well. So, this kind of arbitrary or algorithm
Yeah.
finding without due process just seems
Yeah, and it's violation of fundamental rights. All that is,
yes.
yeah, one thing. But I felt she was not concentrated. She wanted reinstatement. She wanted compensation, but a minimal amount which she didn't even provide us, nor we did ask. And she was focused on tips, like what tips were being
Yes.
provided. I think the tips was a major source then.
Yes, definitely.
So keeping that aside, we have to ensure that we get enough evidence so that we can understand what the client really wants and if we want to take up the case or not, because the client has economically gained value upon it. So in case if we go to industrial tribunal, then we have to ask for back wages because back wages will calculate all those things, which back wages, compensation, and everything. What do you think?
So again, taking it up to the industrial tribunal is completely dependent on the evidence that we have on the economic dependency that our client has on the company as well. However, if the industrial dispute tribunal does not work, we must have an alternative. And I was thinking we can file for a writ in the High Court. So there's always Article 226 to our aid.
Okay.
So that is something that we can consider. But again, our client has been very sure that she does not have the funds to be taking it up in court.
Yes.
So we will have to think about any alternatives as well.
Yeah, so this case is coming up in my mind. So this code of securities act, so this code which was recently, not recently, which was introduced a few years ago, that code will help us because it has some provisions where they are supposed to give us the right to explanation. And there was
Okay.
also this case of LIC, which is consumer education, I'm not really sure, where the court had clearly stated that they have right to livelihood and it cannot be just favored by a contract per
Okay,
se.
yes. So we'll have to do more research on that. And also, when we talk about them using their automated process, we'll have to get the AI thing completely taken care of again.
I think we need to check the DPDP Act if there's something which because we don't have the GDPR. India doesn't
Hmm.
follow,
Yeah.
so we have to check with the
Yeah.
DPDP Act if there's anything.
Yes, so one more thing with regards to the automation that I saw was the EU Platform Work Directive that was given in 2024. This is basically an
Yeah,
international
yeah, I'm
precedent
aware
that
of
we
it. I'm aware of
can
it.
take care of. So this, I think it prohibited algorithm usage of any sort when it comes to dismissals. So we'll have to look into that because if the
Yeah,
international community itself recognizes that to be something
yeah,
which is not a valid defense,
true,
then
true, true.
we'll have to
Absolutely,
take it up.
we have to take it up. Additionally, I'm thinking that we could use the code, as I mentioned earlier, we could use few provisions of the code. We could use the term gig workers because differentiate. I think she falls in the ambit of gig workers. Or
Yes, so we'll have to go through the definitions one more time so that we don't get ourselves confused as well.
okay.
We'll just go through all of the definitions of what exactly she falls under.
Yeah. Is there anything more you would want to add?
So I was,
I'm just checking.
there is a bill that we can focus on. So there's a platform-based gig workers registration, safety, and welfare act. I think it's similar to the Bihar
Oh yes,
act as
yes,
well.
yes.
So, however, that is still a bill. So we'll have
Yes.
to,
That is something which we have to check. And
yeah.
we have to check on a bit of more case laws to check. But do you want to retain this as does it depend upon the information we get from her point of
Honestly,
view?
it depends upon the information that she
Okay, so
gives.
let her provide the information and let's decide upon it. But as of now, we can go through the bill. The things which we require from her side would be we are supposed to send the non-disclosure.
Yes, so
So could you
I
make a note of this one?
yes, so I will ensure that I send the NDA and the required documents from her.
Or the screenshots and everything. Please be more specific because the client has
Yes.
less legal knowledge. So
Yes. Also, if in case we have a draft of the legal notice ready by then, we can send that to her over as well so that she can get implemented.
I was thinking that we have to do a constitutional principle, fundamental rights, and all this. Regarding the Karnataka bill, we need to check about it more because this is a Bangalore-based office,
Yes.
so we have to check about it more. And the company might say all these information is confidential and everything. So our first priority would be to reinstate her back and not to ask
Yes.
for a justification because the client wants reinstatement before justification. That is something which we need to be clear with.
Also, if in case we are trying for out of court settlement with the
Company.
company itself, we'll have to get our arguments straight as to how we're going to get that done.
Yeah. So we'll tell them that you are used in new AI system, which has just taken away her income, and so you are supposed to give us enough evidence why this in AI system was bought and why was no real person being involved. Like and
Yes.
moreover, she mentioned it was only her. That was something which didn't really feel right to me. I felt only her was such a responsibility.
Yes, so that only after we talk to our clients some more to let you know. But with respect to the legal notice itself, we'll have to be addressing the lack of data disclosure that they've been doing. And I was thinking of a few more points. Um, so again, like you stated, this the lack of human involvement in any of this.
Yeah.
So,
Should we
uh,
ask them to set up a committee or so for this? Like, not, yeah, so that in future they could avoid this. That's though it's not a main concern for now, but I think we could consider that, like, if there's any. And about the eSham portal, there is a grievance or redressal
yes,
issue
within
because
it
I
is that.
heard the other advocate like 2 3 days ago talking to some client about the same, and they had mentioned I had written it down. Give me a second. So they had said that there's a grievance redressal field in the portal where there's help section. So we are supposed to ask the client has she filed a complaint there? If
Within the
not,
grievance portal
yeah.
itself. Okay.
If not, we're supposed to ask the client to do that first because just asking for a call and justification won't survive. We need to have
Yes.
solid evidence to back this case.
Also, do you think when we're sending the notice, are we supposed to raise a challenge to why these are automated machines in the first place that were responsible for dismissing?
I think it would just divert the whole thing because we want reinstatement before that.
Yes.
And moreover, the client was more focused upon something just crossed my head. Just a second, I just was thinking about something. I'll get back to you. Yeah, you were saying something?
Yeah, again, so I was thinking if we could raise a challenge as to why that is done, but if that would hinder the entire process of our client getting what she wants, then let's just leave it at that. But then I just want to ensure that this does not happen to any other workers who are
Yeah,
employed under
but
the
our
same
client's
company,
interest is
right?
more priority, so we have to consider that first. So we need to check on more case laws. We need to check if we can take up this case. That's the most priority thing. And if she's trying to hide something, I was thinking of asking her what was she doing so long when she was unemployed. How was she like? She said savings,
Yes.
but a middle class family with a mother and with a widowed mother and two siblings, it just feels very unreal to me. Like how many days is she going to survive? I know she was focused more on the time frame,
Yeah.
so we need to check all those. And she was focused more on the time frame, so
Okay.
we need to think about all that before we go to anything. So you said principles of natural justice, fundamental rights. and we have to check about the terms if there was any contract being signed, and if the terms and conditions were like open-ended, saying that it's going to be a company's discretion
Yes.
upon the removal.
Can I include having her contract being sent to us as well, her
Or yes,
employment
yes,
contract?
yes, that would be much
Because
better.
we did not ask her about that,
Yeah,
but we would need to look into that to understand what kind of an employment she was under.
yeah.
Uh, so, as of now, I believe first thing that we have to focus on is obviously the legal notice,
Hmm.
and after that, we'll have to think about what we can do. Because for personally, for me as well, considering what she said, obviously taking it into litigation is not going to work.
Yeah, and we have to, in case if we're taking this case, we have to reassure that though no one's from your side, the company is against you. Don't worry, we are here and we let you win. We have
Uh,
to give
yes.
reassurance.
Also, the next time that we communicate with her, we have to be giving her an at least interim timeline as to what exactly would be. All right. So we'll just have to be giving her a timeline as to how things would be progressing after this.
Or a timeline with a detailed
Hmm.
cost involved in it would be much better.
Yes, so we'll have to talk to the administrative team about the taking her up one as well.
And
Uh,
are we going to charge her for legal notices? Again, a question which was being raised.
yes,
So I
again,
think we need to discuss with our seniors
yes.
also
So
before we take a big step.
this is again something that the administrative team have
Yeah,
to look
okay. So I have a
forward.
next meeting now in
Yes.
10 minutes. So can we just wrap this discussion for
Yes.
the evening? Done. Okay. So I'll see you later then. Done. Thank you. I'm here done.
All right. Judges would like to give some insights or ask questions, then please go ahead.
That's for us to speak.
Yes, sir. You may ask questions.
Okay, so Devinder, you start now.
So my question would be how do you guys challenge arbitrariness in this, like the transparency because there is no AI law as of now in India. So how do you think you will challenge the transparency, sorry, the opaqueness of the AI algorithm and the arbitrariness of the
So one thing that we believe is again the entire AI code itself. We are not asking for the code for them to have this as a transparent thing. We are not asking for the entire code for us to copy it. What we are asking for is a particular employee's details. So we thought we can just get that particular employee's details to understand the entire thing better. So I don't think this is dependent on having an entire AI law or anything, but rather just the justice that we want to give to one particular employee that is employed under them.
all right. That's all from my side. Sandeep sir, you
Okay.
have anything?
Okay, so the team, that was a good show. When the question is asked about the guarantee, of course, nobody can give a guarantee, and that's the stand you had to take, and that was right. But you can always try and rephrase, right? That the sequence of events will unfold as we start moving. Because when you were talking about the settlement, for example, as an alternative,
Yes.
essentially what you're talking about is getting into a dialogue, right? We'll talk it
Yes.
out
Yes.
Yes.
before we take any harsh action or something.
Yes.
Now, you went further to actually get into the nitty gritties of what settlement can be and would be, which is raising expectation. You don't even know whether it will fly. Essentially, the idea is that one is adversarial mechanism where we can send them a notice, take them to the court, seek a temporary injunction, depending on, of course, looking at the contracts, right? But you saying that we can ask for how much you've lost and this and that, and settlement can happen. I think that's a overreach in terms of trying to raise expectations, something which is beyond you.
Yes.
Unless you get into a dialogue with the other party, you don't even know what exactly is the real thing. To be
Yes.
honest, you're not even aware of the facts. I mean, I heard your post counseling, and you are rightly doubting whether you've been told enough, whether you've been told everything. Because I mean, let's accept for a fact, whosoever client is there who comes to you, two things happen. One, for sure, anything which goes against him or her, they're not going to divulge
Exactly.
surely in the first phase.
Yes,
Second thing is every person tries to justifies that their actions are right and somebody else's are wrong.
yes, sir.
Okay, so these two factors you keep in mind. You'll always have to, it'll always help you get into that balancing mode where you do not get carried away by a good act. The guys are good actors at times, right? I mean, yes, they have pain, but is the reaction commensurate with the pain, or to the extent they've been agreed? Other thing is, yes, the vendor is putting up the right query about, in absence of a law governing AI, yes, we'll have that transition phase or the gap to be filled in. In the interim, can we be creative? Can we be looking at that? What exactly was AI? This entire Dash AI Pro, uh, that's a kind of substitute of a HR guy in a way, assessing and communicating with the employees and the delivery partners. Do we see a principal agent relationship, right?
So the AI and the employer.
Absolutely. The company is the principal. Instead of the HR human face, natural person, they have used AI, but it's a principal agent relationship,
Yes,
which leads us to the vicarious liability.
sir. Yes, sir.
Who are we? What is AI? Yes, principle of natural justice, everything has been taken care because AI is also designed by the employer or been picked up to be used, incorporated, set into the systems what they have, and used as an alternative to the HR team for all we know. So, a principal agent relationship, you need to pick up the responsibility and the onus of what the agent does for the principal. So, if there is a party aggrieved because of their act or non action, whatever it might be, the buck has to stop somewhere. All I'm saying is let's try and be creative in the interim till the time we don't have a particular law governing a particular situation, because principles of natural justice always will be there, right? So your
Yes, sir.
temporary injunctions and your potential settlement dialogue, all those definitely always will be an option when you sit with a particular case and then evaluate. And goes without saying, non-adversarial definitely has to precede adversarial. Once you've hit somebody with a hammer, you can't undo that. So you have to always start with a dialogue and all. But that was it. So I mean, kind of with some observations, I gave you a bit of my queries also and some suggestions also. But otherwise, it's a good show. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much,
sir.
sir.
Yeah.
All right. Team NCC09, thank you so much. Now you can consider leaving and join the YouTube live stream. We will be announcing result over there and we will be beginning with our valedictory in the next 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay,
Sure, ma'am.
thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
ma'am.
much. Thank you so much,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.
Thank you.
Sir, we have shared the Google Sheet link with you over email. So if you can enter your marks, we will do the calculation and then we will begin with the valedictory.
So in my previous mail, I already had a Excel sheet which had
Yes.
these tabular format. But are we saying there is separately I have to fill in, or I can use the same sheet and then attach it and send it back? How do you want this?
It's given in the email.
There is a link also. There is a
Okay,
Google
there's
Drive
the link
link
also.
also.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
there is
see.
a link that is shared. So you just click
I
on that
see.
link. You will be directed towards a Google Sheet.
Sure.
Yes. And okay, so other thing
Yeah.
is confidence. Okay, every parameter is to be rated from 1 to 10, and
Yes,
your
sir.
total score
For both
becomes
the
100 for
counselors.
it. But 100 is for the full team. So for each
Yes.
individual, it is 50. That's right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I got it. Okay, so how much time we have for this? I mean, can we take couple
So
of
if you
minutes
can
to?
do it, no, because we have to begin our valedictory session. So if you can do it in the next couple of minutes and give your
Oh,
Yeah,
readings,
just
then
give
we
us two
can
minutes.
announce the
We'll
results.
fill and share.
okay,
Just give
Yeah.
us
I get
two
Be
it.
minutes.
there on the stream link. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Sir, please mention team code in the sheet. We have not written it because we didn't know which team will be shortlisted. So just
So one
mention the
one
team
is
code
zero
from.
one, another is 09.
Yes, one is 01, one is 09.
Got that. Okay. The beauty is when the vendor is putting in numbers, I can see this. Okay. Now, how does it work? I use the same link, so that will be kind of overwritten, I guess. Are you with me?
Uh, if I'm entering numbers, you can see it.
I have seen, yes, I was about to start, but then I could see the numbers are getting written on their own, which means,
I'm
and it also,
writing them.
no, no, that's fine. So I think my suggestion is, let me take a minute
एंड मत करो एंड मत
use
करो
my own sheet and then send it back to them. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'll have to download and do it because it says it comes with your name as we speak.
Okay, sir. Sir, I just want to clear one thing. You have sheet with Devendra Punya's name, right?
Yes,
Sanjeev sir. Okay, then I am
I can
giving you
do that
your
as well
sheet.
in parallel.
Yes, yes. Maybe
Okay.
there's this problem in the in
So my
sending the mail.
suggestion, let me fill the sheet which I have separately, which I received yesterday through the mail. I'll
Yes, sir.
fill
That
it
is
and
your
you
sheet.
can send it separately.
Okay,
Okay?
okay. With
Two,
your
three
name,
minutes.
yes, sir.
Two,
Yeah,
three
yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Shall
You
I
can
fill the
watch.
sheet and send it on the email?
You can WhatsApp me. Either way possible. Okay.
All right, all right. Just give us 2 minutes.
Okay, so sorry, I missed the last minute of the conversation. I have my Excel sheet ready. Uh, Organizers, please tell me how do you wish, to receive this. I can put it back on the mail with attachment, or I can put a WhatsApp to Srishti. Suggest. Devinder, any
Sir,
suggestion?
whichever way is convenient to you, yes, you can WhatsApp me. That would be fine. I'll see.
Okay, I'm doing it right away then.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you must have received it.
I would request judges to please switch on their cameras. All right, good afternoon, everyone. I, Anshu Tiwari, Assistant Professor, Associated with Faculty of Law, GLS University, welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of the National Virtual Client Counseling Competition 2026. Client counseling lies at the very heart of the legal profession. While courtroom advocacy often captures public attention, it is the lawyer's ability to listen carefully, analyze prudently, and advise responsibly that truly defines professional competence. This competition recognizes that law is not merely about statutes and precedents, but it is also about people, problems, as well as their solutions. In an era where legal complexities are rapidly increasing, the role of a lawyer demands more than a technical knowledge. It demands sensitivity, communication skills, ethical clarity, and the ability to build trust. Through this event, we aim to provide a platform where budding legal professionals can refine these essential skills in a structured and intellectually stimulating environment. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Sneha Shukla ma'am, Vice Director, Faculty of Law, GLS University, to give a welcome address. Ma'am, you are muted. Ma'am, you are muted.
Good afternoon, our esteemed judges, Mr. Devendra Punya and Mr. Sanjeev Ahuja, faculty members, participants, and students. Law is not just about knowing the law, but it is about understanding the people. It gives me immense pleasure on behalf of Faculty of Law, JLS University, to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to the valedictory ceremony of National Virtual Client Counseling Competition. I am truly delighted to witness enthusiastic participation from institutions across the country. Your presence here not only reflects your commitment to academic excellence, but also the readiness to step beyond textbooks and engage with the practical dimensions of the legal professions. At Faculty of Law, we attach importance to client counseling as a foundational professional skill that every law student must cultivate. We firmly believe that the true measure of a legal professional lies not merely in the knowledge of statutes and precedents, but in the ability to listen with empathy, analyze with clarity, and advise with integrity and responsibility. Guided by this vision, we take a proactive role in organizing national level client counseling competition every year, bringing together bright and aspiring legal minds from across the country. Through such initiatives, we strive to create meaningful platforms for experiential learning, professional engagement, and skill enhancement. By consistently hosting these events, we endeavor to bridge the gap between theoretical legal education and practical lawyering, ensuring that our students as well as participants nationwide are equipped with the competence, confidence, and ethical grounding essential for the legal profession. As we gather today to celebrate your efforts and achievements, let us remember that client counseling is not merely a competition. It is a reflection of the human side of law, where understanding, trust, and ethical responsibility forms the cornerstone of justice. With these words, I once again extend a heartfelt welcome to all our esteemed judges and participants, and I sincerely appreciate the dedication and enthusiasm each of you has brought to this event. Thank you and have a great evening ahead.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable insights. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Shrishti Pandey to introduce our judges. Over to you, Shrishti, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Srishti Pandey, Assistant Professor, GLS University. It is a privilege to introduce our esteemed guest for the valedictory round. Mr. Ahuja is a distinct legal and financial professional holding an LLB from Delhi University and qualification as a chartered accountant and cost management accountant. With his strong foundation in law, management, and finance, he brings a rare multidisciplinary perspective to dispute resolution and corporate advisory. He is actively engaged in mediation, arbitration, insolvency, and bankruptcy matters and appears before the NCLT and NCLAT with a focus on IBC and company issues. He also serves as a president of the Indian Mediation Federation and is a director of Missing Bridge, a platform dedicated to conflict management and strategic advisory. With his vast experience in mediation, negotiation, and corporate restructuring, we are truly honored to have him guide and inspire our participants today. So, we warmly welcome you and thank you for gracing this occasion.
Thank
Now,
you.
now I would like to introduce our other judge, Mr. Devendra Punya. Mr. Punya is a counsel specializing in intellectual property law with over a decade of experience at the intersection of law and technology. He serves at Vadva Law Offices, focusing on patents and industrial designs, and is a registered Indian patent agent as well as a practicing advocate. An alumnus of BITS Pilani and the University of California, Berkeley, he brings a strong technical and global academic foundation to his practice. Over the years, he has advised leading domestic and international companies on patent strategy, prosecution, portfolio management, and freedom to operate matters. With his deep expertise and keen interest in emerging technologies, particularly artificial intelligence, we are truly honored to have with us today. So, we warmly welcome you and thank you for gracing this occasion.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, the result will be shortly declared by our esteemed Dean Ma'am. She'll be joining us shortly. We welcome you, our esteemed Dean Ma'am Mayuri Panda. Ma'am, it's time for declaring result. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shrishti. It is indeed my private privilege to declare the result. Uh, First of all, thank you so much, both the judges of the final round, Mr. Sanjeevji and Mr. Devendra Punya. We are thankful to you for sparing the valuable time, and all the participants, all the budding lawyers, you all are very much eager to know about the result. And before that, one very important thing that I wish to share with you, that each and every one of you are the bidders, but this event is very important for the Faculty of Law, GLS University. The reason being, on 23rd of February, we entered, our Gujarat Law Society entered in the 100th year. And this is our first event in our 100th year. So very important for us as a part of the GLS University, part of the Gujarat Law Society. So yes, we have entered in the 100th year, and here the result I will declare. The first runner-up is NCC 01, IIN Motor. 09 Dikshi Manikandan Shalini. Congratulations to all of you, all the winners, all the participants. When you participate, in itself is you are the winner and you are the best. Wish you all the best, all the good luck, and heartily congratulations to each one of you. Thank you so much. Over to Srishti.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing the occasion with your esteemed presence. Now, it's time for judges. If you have any suggestion, feedback, any expert advice, if you would like to share with our participants, we would love to listen to it.
Okay, then let me be first in the queue. I'm sorry, Devender, I'll just take a minute or so. Reason is there's somebody waiting because it slightly got delayed and I would need to move. So, very quickly, first of all, I'm thrilled and excited because this was one amazing act these people have put in. Shows a lot of effort, courage, confidence. At their age, like, frankly, we're not even half good. So from that perspective, it's like, also something to be, proud of. My suggestions, which will come in three sentences, would be try and be creative. Whatever is being told, you have to also think through. The client is not always in a position to articulate what he's going through. At best, they are like, verbatim, they are explaining whatever they are able to understand, whatever best words they are able to find to explain the situation. We need to be a bit creative because once you are on that battlefront, a lot of creativity helps you. Of course, it has to be connected to the factual. I'm not saying make up, but all I'm saying is like, be creative to try and visualize what is being not said, but what he means, right? Number one. Second thing is keep your options open with regards to the sequence of events. Let's not jump the queue, let's not jump the gun. Hear them, understand, analyze, and still keep an option open for the sequence to unfold. You have no idea what exactly how the facts will play out unless until you have heard the other side or you've seen the other side of the picture, you've heard the other side, you met them, there is a dialogue or something, and then accordingly things probably can change. So be flexible to that extent. And third is show as much possible, as much compassion as possible for the client. There is a pain, there's a grievance, and the person is under a lot of stress. So you have to really, be a bit more human. Forget about the technical jargon because that came up in these two sessions. But otherwise, also treat them definitely as a human being who's come with, and he's, a patient has come to a doctor. Similarly, a client has come to a counsel. So from that perspective, try and show a bit more compassion. That's important. Try and understand them. So it helps them to get the trust and the confidence. They'll be able to share more, which is going to be also only helpful to you in preparing your case. So that is from my side. I wish everyone all the best. Dr. Pandya, a great initiative, again celebration. It calls for celebration your 100 years, and you came out with this amazing initiative. And Srishti, thanks for reaching out. So all the best to the team, organizers, coordinators, faculty of law, as well as GLS University, everyone. And of course, my friend and ex-colleague, we've been batchmates, right, Devender? So we go a long way. So all the best. And with your permission, I would need to just move out from now. Okay? Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Ji.
you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you so much, sir, for your
Thank
valuable
you.
time and insightful expertise. Thank you
All
so
the
much,
best.
sir.
All the best. Thank
Over
you.
to you, Devendra, sir, if you would like to share anything with our
So,
participants.
yes, first of all, I would like to congratulate every team, all the participants. Participation is much bigger than winning. That is what I consider. If you participated, that was a victory in itself. And both teams which we saw did really good. Uh, like Sanjeev sir said, we are not able to do this much at even this age. So for young students, it's a good thing. Not team wise, I have some general advice. Like be as a lawyer, be a good listener. Usually lawyers are known to be good speakers, but being a good listener is the most important part. Usually, what we do during listening, either we interrupt too quickly or we are rehearsing. If you observe subconsciously, we are rehearsing in our mind when the other person will stop and what we will say. So that part we should listen to understand. Take time, take pauses, let the other person speak, and then you tell the other person. People skill. See, in the age of AI, people skill is the most important skill. Chat, even the client can ask Chat GPT what is happening in laws. So that is not no more. We need more humans now. So communication skills and human skills come into a more important role at present. So you should play the humans, and you should try to understand. You should be empathetic. Note, there are two things: words and body language. I saw, like in teams, words were still showing some empathy, but body language should also show some empathy, because otherwise it appears as if you are kind of playing the person. So you should have empathy in body language also. And one more point I would like to say: never over promise anything just to take the case, because in legal field, reputation travels much faster. So once your reputation is destroyed, nothing is left. So be ethical. Just to take the case, do not over promise. And last point, last advice: I understand there is uncertainty in the legal system. You cannot guarantee something, but at least offer some sort of way out. It depends. It depends is not a solution. If someone asks you what will happen in this case, it depends. What will happen in this case, it depends. So try to be, try to strike a middle ground. You don't guarantee, but try to give some sort of assurance to the person that okay, send us these documents. We have this way. Either we will do this. We will do this. We'll put our best foot front, and let's see what happens. So give, show some hope. Give them, because they are like, they have grievances. They are not here for you to get understand laws and everything. They don't know. So your main skill should be to break down law in such a language that he can understand the client's background. If it's from a village, don't use the words injunction and all those things. You understand his background, and try to bring, the greatest teacher is a person uh, who is not most knowledgeable. The greatest teacher, lawyer, doctor is a person who can break down things to the level of the person who is listening. So try to break down things to the level of the client and convey it with empathy, and and never overpromise. That's the general feedback for all the teams. And I'm honored to be invited. Thank you, Srishti, for considering me. It's always good to learn from students and be back to universities. And thank you, Sneha ma'am, Mayuri ma'am, and congratulations, GLS, for completing 100 years.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful suggestions. Now, I would like to present vote of thanks. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for the National Virtual Client Counseling Competition 2026, organized by Faculty of Law, GLS University. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected Dean, Dr. Mayuri Ma'am, for her constant encouragement, visionary leadership, and unwavering support in making this event a grand success. I would also like to sincerely thank our Vice Director, Dr. Sneha Shukla Ma'am, whose guidance and motivation have always been the backbone of our academic initiative. A special note of appreciation goes to my co-coordinator, Ms. Anshu Tiwari, for her tireless efforts, meticulous planning, and seamless execution of this national event. Your dedication truly reflects the spirit of teamwork and excellence. We are deeply grateful to our esteemed final round judges, Mr. Devendra Punya and Mr. Sanjeev Ahuja, along with all our respected lawyers, judges who took out valuable time from their extremely busy schedule to evaluate the participants with such fairness, insight, and professionalism. Your presence elevated the academic rigor and credibility of this competition. I would also like to extend sincere appreciation to all participating teams from across Pan India. Your enthusiastic participation, preparation, and professionalism made this competition vibrant and meaningful, and heartiest congratulations to the winner NCC09. Our heartfelt thanks to all faculty members for their coordination, mentorship, and continuous support throughout the event. Lastly, I thank every individual who contributed directly or indirectly to the success of this National Virtual Client Counseling Competition 2026. With immense gratitude and pride, I conclude by thanking you all once again for making this event a remarkable success. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I'm ending the session.
Video.